Hi guys, we are here for another one of our episodes of Back to Basics, and what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little bit of a twist on an altered book. So what I've got here, I've got a Ladybird book. So these are readily available, obviously. You can get these kind of, on the internet and things. Now this happens to be a vintage one. Obviously, if you can't source a vintage one, because sometimes the vintage ones actually are beginning to go for, a bit more money now. Just use, a non-vintage one. So, a modern day one. They're fine too. This one, luckily I got it for just £2. So, that was absolutely fine. So you may have slightly glossier pages, obviously, if it's a modern one, but, that's fine. So what I'm going to do, where we would obviously tear out pages normally in an altered book, I'm just going to work with this exactly as it is. So I've got some paint here and, obviously we've already done the altered book where I used paint. I mean, I really use paint quite often when I do anything kind of with book pages. I think it's brilliant to be able to cover up the text. So these are just some sample paints, which I had, bought for obviously using as a sample actually on walls. And these are just leftovers. So I'm just going to use these because obviously it saves me, just wasting them. So this one is just a sort of creamy colour. In fact, they're both a creamy colour. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to apply it with a paintbrush. Now, again, I'm going to do random pages through the book because, and this is what we did with the altered book, I've only got the sample paint. It may well be enough to do the whole book, I don't know. But if I do random pages, if then I run out of paint, I can do random pages with the other colour. They are both essentially kind of, off-white type shades, but they might be slightly different. So just so that I don't have, a full run of all one colour. Now, what I want to do, these Ladybird books, these have got a picture on every page backed with text, if you see what I mean. So when you open any page, you have a text page and a picture page. And obviously when you turn it over, text page, picture page. So this is going to lend itself really easily to this. If you don't have Ladybird books, any other kind of children's book will probably, be fine. What you want to do is obviously paint over the text. So if you've got a book that say got images on both pages, but say it's got text underneath, then just adapt your book to sort of painting just beneath the text, or, not just beneath the text, sorry, just beneath the picture where the text is. You don't have to use, the exact book that I'm using. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to paint over the pages with the text like this. I'm not going to worry too much. I mean, as long as it covers a little bit, it doesn't have to cover it completely because obviously, I mean, I actually think that looks quite nice like that. And then when you write over that, you're essentially going to be covering that up. So I think that's, fine to use it just like that. Okay. Now I will use my heat tool to dry these so that I can fly through this book a little bit quicker because I'm obviously doing a video. So I will stop the video whilst I'm drying the pages, but that's all I'm going to do. So like I said, I'm going to do random pages throughout the book in this colour. And then I'm going to open the other tin of paint and do random pages in the other tin. So I will be back in a moment. Hold on. Okay, so I'm back. So all my pages are painted. As it happens, I have plenty of paint in that same tin. So I did them all the same colour. So I didn't even need to dip into the other sample at all. But I'm just going to quickly flick through. So as you can see, so all my pages are now painted, but with the picture pages on the opposite sides. Now you can probably see they've gone a little bit curly from the painting. I mean, all you'd have to do is kind of like either, sit on that book, put some heavy, books on top of it or something, and that would squish back down. You could even just put a couple of bulldog clips on the side. They're going to very easily kind of flatten back down. Obviously, I'm doing the video, so I haven't really got time to be doing that. But very easily, they're going to go pretty flat again. Oops. Oh, gosh. There we go. Right. Now, what I'm going to do is then, you could leave it like this as a pure and simple writing journal and do nothing more kind of to it, and that would be absolutely fine. But what I've just got a handful of little things here that I'm going to use to decorate. So I've got some of my little frame printables. I'm going to pop those in some, certain positions kind of around the pages. So just get my inky blendy tool, not inky tool, blendy tool, I mean. And my Distress ink there, just, you know, going around. And obviously, you know, it's up to you really whether you ink your pages or you leave them, you know, bright. I mean, probably they're going to look better inked. I'm not sure whether I've got time to kind of do that, obviously, because we're doing the video. So I'm just going to take my frame and I can just pop that into certain places. So it's got a sort of pinky tone. So I'm just going to try and find a page with some pinky tones. This page here looks pretty good. So I'm going to put that over there like that. Okie dokie. So, I mean, all you've got basically is every facing side, if you see what I mean. So facing side to the pictures, you've got a complete journaling space there. So hold on, let me just unclog my glue, because so far I've obviously just been painting the pages. I haven't actually glued anything yet today. Okie dokie. So just pop the frame down. I mean, I do like my frames just cut in half quite often. Let me just dab that glue off because I've got a bit much on there. There we go. And I'm just going to butt that up against the page edge like that. Okay. Let me just grab a dry wipe just for mopping up. Okie dokie. There we go. You can just mop up any excess glue that's coming out like that. Okie doke. There we go. Looking good. Oops. That's right. Okay, so that's just like that. And then could always, you know, pop a butterfly on somewhere. So maybe I'll have the butterfly on the facing side. Now, again, because we're just keeping this very simple and things, I might not put things on every page. So I might leave some pages, you know, completely plain. But we'll just kind of randomly pick some pages. So I'm just going to find another page where a pinky label would look good. So, oh, that's got some pink on it. I wonder whether I could have it there. Try and find one with a gap so it can actually go on the picture rather than the texty side. I mean, we could have it on that page, to be honest. So let's just pop that down there. Okay, like that. Just mop that out. Okie dokie. Like that. So I'm going to just randomly go through picking some pages to just do similar things like this. Have also got some little bird printables. I think these are from my birdhouse printables. So, you know, I could incorporate some birds or something as well. Again, I try and tie it into a page that's got similar colours really. So, oh, I mean, that looks quite pretty there, doesn't it? So maybe just have it kind of there, and then could even have it like maybe, you know, maybe on a label or something like that. So just going to hold those pages down. So we'll just pop that on. Okay, so these are just my labels from my labels set 2, like that. Okay, and then we'll just pop the bird on. Oops. Like that. So, you know, kind of we're integrating it in with the picture, but obviously I'm still leaving the picture completely, you know, intact. It's not like I've gone over anything that would be, you know, should be seen or needs to be seen. So, you know, we're just kind of like integrating it with the picture quite nicely. So let's just see. I've got one of my little bird frames. These are just from my Avery collection printables. So the fussy cuts that kind of coordinate nicely with the Avery pages. So I might just put that there even. just kind of like have it here. Again, maybe I will just glue that on the bottom and then it would be a tuck spot. So literally, you know, just glued it on the bottom and then you'd have effectively a little tuck like that. This has not been coffee dyed on the back or anything, so I'm just going to quickly ink it up just so that it's not stark white, but I can just pop that down there. Oh, I hope I don't actually glue that to the page now if I put it in there already. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So again, just turn that page over. So we'll just get some more frames going on. Okay, I mean, you could also cut out, you know, the centre of a frame and sort of, you know, frame a bird if you wanted to, something like that. Just kind of creating some different, you know, more interesting looks to just being the plain pages, basically. So there. Just ink that up a little bit. Again, just tying them in colour-wise, so as we've got similar colours, you know, to coordinate with the imaged page. Oh, Bo's just asleep beside my desk. So like that. Okay, oops. Think up that one. Might have a butterfly somewhere here. Oh, it's a bit green, isn't it? Oh, I've got a blue one here. Just have that there, or I have got some labels, so just see if we might have a label somewhere. I mean, that's rather cute, isn't it? So maybe just have a label just to the side. I don't think I've ever done a little journal like this, to be honest, before, but I'm absolutely loving it. So yeah, I might have to quickly do another couple. It's very doubtful that I will get them done, you know, before the end of this series, but if I do, obviously I'll try and show them. But yeah, it's highly unlikely, I'd be honest. But I'm loving this process. I'm loving how it's looking. It really looks gorgeous, I must say. So yeah, it's you know, really turning out very nicely indeed. Look. And a great way to use some of these books, you know, I don't know about you guys, but you know, over the time I've obviously bought all these books, and this is just a totally, you know, different way to use them, as opposed to, you know, either pulling the pages out and using the images, or, you know, making things from them. This is quite a different take on it. So let's take that one. Again, just going to glue that down as a little tuck down the bottom of that page. Okie dokie. And then I'm just wondering whether we might want to have a butterfly or something on here. Might be a bit too much green, but having said that, it's quite cute. Oh my goodness, how cute does that look? It's almost like a little toggle on a ponytail where it's kind of over his tail, isn't it? So yeah, going to pop that on there. How cute does that look? Love that. Really, really sweet. Right, now I don't want to have like loads of pages with nothing and then suddenly loads of pages with stuff. So I'm just kind of like seeing what my balance is looking like, you know, with regards to bits being glued in. So where did I put that other frame? Aha, on there. So I wonder if I've got anything that might go on here. I also have got my large images here. So I've got this large butterfly. I'm not saying it goes on that page. Oh, not bad on here though. So we could have that. So just going to cut that down there. Again, just ink it up a bit. Okay, oops. I'm gonna check. Oh no, Oh no, I'm just covering up that bird now. Yeah, not great. Just going to check that I'm not preferring it on a different page. Of course, it did go quite nicely on here, but just in case. I'm sorry if you can hear Bo. She's now kind of just making a little bit of a noise like, oh, you're disturbing me. No, I quite like it on the page that we started with, which was this one, wasn't it? So again, just going to glue this as a little tuck spot. And by that, I just mean, you know, glue just onto that edge, if you see what I mean. So, oops, that can just go in there like that. Okay, oops. Just make sure it's actually on the edge of that page. There we go. So again, that's another tuck spot, you know, that we could just then tuck something in. So let me just ink this up, because again, it's not coloured on the back, it's just white. Okay. So I'm trying to keep them away because I don't want to get it glued in there, because obviously that's not properly, you know, finished being glued down yet. I did bring some flowers along. I'm not sure whether I want to have the flowers in here. I'll just go back through and see whether there's a page that I think, oh, they're going to look great. I mean, I think, oh, what about on this page? Because we have got the pinks here, so that's quite nice, isn't it? So I'm just wonder whether we could have something like that there. Maybe, Right, let's just pop the flowers down. So again, going to do these as a little tuck spot on the edge of the page. So just kind of gluing them down, you know, on the bottom section of the flower. Like that. Okie dokie. And then I've got some, these are my vintage bird printables, the vintage bird topper pieces. So yeah, might just have that as a little tuck in there. Okay. Again, just not going to tuck it down too far because I don't want it to get glued in behind that flower. But yeah, so let's just again just go through and check the balance, like how I've got things, oops, glued in here. Obviously that's not really tucked in because I haven't gone too close to the edge. So then we've got like the back cover, so we might want to put something on the back cover. I mean, that's quite nice there, but then I feel it's a little bit close to the one that we've got at the front. Well, let me just see if we had anywhere that we could have it on the first few pages. What about if we had it there? So I kept this bird when I just painted over the pages. I just kept this one because I thought that looked quite nice. Oh, it's quite nice there. I mean, it is a little bit over that bird, which is a shame. I like it there, but then it's covering up that pretty pink of the flowers, which is a bit of a shame. And obviously I can't have it this side because it would have to be here. I can either have it down here so that I've got the pink showing of the flowers, or we can have it up here. I think that's better, isn't it? Yeah. Just check I haven't got any other pages that it would look really good on. Isn't this a nice page? Okay. Let's just glue this down. Oops. It's just getting a bit tricky to see the edge of the page there. There we go. Oops. So again, we can just tuck something in behind here. Oh. Again, just need to be careful that I don't go too close to the glue and get that just glued in. So Oh my goodness, I mean, absolutely shocking ink in there, wasn't it? Shocking. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, my hair's everywhere today. My daughter, for Christmas, she got some straighteners. They're like in the form of a comb. I'd never seen them before. She'd seen them on, I don't know, TikTok or somewhere. And yeah, she's got those for Christmas. And she is now in her room straightening her hair. But it's weird. I'd never seen it before. It's like a comb. So it's not your traditional kind of straighteners. It's a comb mechanism. I mean, I was a bit skeptical as to whether it would really work, but I mean, actually it seems to be doing a really great job. So I think she's quite chuffed with it so far. Although I have to say, it's taking a very long time. So, yeah. Right, just deciding where to have this little label. I mean, again, just kind of thinking I'll just, you know, add some extra interest to the page. So just have that one down there. Now, I did bring along some lace, and I also have got some ribbon. Now, I'm not sure how we're going to do this, so I'm going to go back through in a second and have a quick look, but I'd like to get something on the front and the back covers if possible. So now, obviously, because it's quite a bird themed journal, maybe it might be nice to kind of like stick with the bird theme. Although, to be honest, this is a good journaling space, so maybe I won't. Maybe we'll leave this quite plain. Just have like a little label in there or something. What do you think? I mean, that's rather nice, to be honest. Just ink that centre. Okay, perhaps we'll just do something like that, to be honest. I was thinking let's have like a, you know, like a focal point, but actually I think because it's quite a good, you know, it's like a double page journaling spot, isn't it? You know, that you could really write quite a lot on there. So I think actually it's probably nice to leave it as a big space, really. Just wondering, we could cut the butterfly off and just have like half a butterfly on there. So let's just try that. Okay. That's nice, isn't it? So it's just, so these are just my pale butterflies. Okay. And again, these were obviously the frames. There we go. Put that like that. Oh, I love how that looks. That's so nice, isn't it? Really lovely. And then we'll go to the back and we'll just do something kind of similar on the back. So, yeah. So again, I wanted to kind of have a big focal point on the back, but now I'm kind of thinking, well, actually, maybe it's quite nice to just have a big, you know, big journaling space on the back. So, yeah. I think I might just, yeah, leave it like just with this one. So again, just going to glue this down as a tuck spot. So just gluing down at the bottom. Pop that one there, like that. Oh, and my son has gone on holiday now. So, yep, he's gone on holiday. So it's just me and my daughter now at home. So, yeah. I'm filming this on Boxing Day. So, nowhere's open or anything. And, yeah, I thought, well, I've still got 2 episodes to film. So I need to crack on. So, yeah. But I will probably just film one today and then one tomorrow. So not that we're going to be doing anything very exciting, but now, do I want a butterfly on there? I do like having the butterflies, but I'm just going to check that I wouldn't like it, you know, on any of the picture pages. I mean, that's quite nice even on there, isn't it? So didn't want to be boring and just have it exactly the same as like the front cover, the inside of the front cover, that is. So like that. Okay, so we've just made it look sort of a bit more interesting, haven't we, by just putting on a few you know, a few details and bits and pieces. As you can see, the book is still very flat, which is awesome, isn't it? Now, this is where I may ruin it by making it not flat at all. So I bought along this peachy coloured lace. Now, I don't know whether this is quite the right thing. I thought it might be quite nice because it might kind of add a little bit of colour to the book, which, I mean, I do really like these images, but to be honest, they're a little bit on the drab side, if I'm truthful. So I thought maybe having a bit of this orange would just sort of brighten it up in a way, you know. So let me just, oh my goodness, my scissors, they're very, very blunt. So I've obviously used these with fabric, I assume, and yeah, fabric and then paper and things. So now they're obviously gone very blunt. Let's just maybe put that there, or up there, maybe there. I'm not sure. Do we want it here? Not sure. I'm still not sure, really. I think these pages would look vastly better if I ink them. So I might have to quickly go round and ink all of the pages, which is a bit annoying because that's going to take quite a while to do the whole book. So I'll have to stop the video quickly, ink all of the pages, and then come back. So hold on. Right, I'm back. I've inked all the pages. I do much prefer it with them inked, to be honest. So I'm glad that I did take the time to do that. And I've also switched out my lace now and picked up this green lace, which actually I much prefer and think goes, well, I'm not saying much prefer it, but much prefer it with this book. Look at how gorgeous that page will look just with that bit of lace on there. Now, I don't want to go too crazy with the lace. I know that's unusual to hear me say that, but obviously because this book is, you know, we've not torn any pages out or anything like that. It's exactly as this book was. So, you know, we've not got sort of loads of scope for really kind of putting in a lot of bulky embellishments, but we can definitely put lace, you know, on a few pages. So probably I will try and do the pages where we haven't really got any decoration. So, you know, that page would look really pretty, or maybe like this one. So yeah, I'm just going to put it down there. So I'm just going to then put some glue running straight down the edge of the page. And yeah, just, oh, I can't really see again whether that lace is upside down or not. Oh, I say this all the time, but honestly, I just sometimes struggle to see which way is the right way and the wrong way up for the lace. So, right, just press that down. Okie dokie. And I want to obviously do it again at sort of random spots through the book. So might put it on this page now. And I also did bring along some white lace, so we might intersperse this with some white as well. So I'll just again take this one down. Okie dokie. Yeah. Just check that I wouldn't rather it running on that edge. No. No. So yeah, pop that down there. I think I saw a page number and I think it said 48. So I think this book's got around about 50 pages in it. So, you know, it's a reasonable size book for a sort of journal, I think. And again, you know, you don't have to kind of go and buy lace or anything. If you've got like an old top or anything with some lace or, you know, anything at all, you can just use lace from anywhere that you can source it. Okie dokie, and maybe a little bit here. Or maybe actually have a little bit kind of running off the bottom of the page, just so as we've got some different effects going on. So, you know, maybe just have some there, or maybe just at the bottom there. Okay. Oh my goodness, what is the right way and the wrong way? I think that way. Okay. Yeah, my son has literally gone on holiday today, so I mean, he's at the airport right now, I think. So he left about 7:30 this morning. Now, I also bought along some of the handmade ruffles that we made. Now, these are kind of verging on like ready-made little pieces of ephemera and things, so maybe you would prefer not to use things like this because we're trying to keep it really super simple. I just bought these along because I thought, actually, I think they would look very cute. And they are pretty flat. So I thought it would just demonstrate how you can add ruffles and things like that and still achieve, you know, pretty flat sort of results. But I mean, obviously, if you think, you know, that would be a bit too much, you know, not effort, but, you know, kind of like adding things that aren't keeping it simple, then obviously, you know, this is like just an optional extra, really. So yeah, I mean, that's quite pretty on that page. Just see, oh, it's very pretty on that page. Again, trying to go for the pages that haven't got something else on them. So yeah, I mean, that's quite cute, isn't it? Or like that. That's sort of almost to me like mimicking his little feathers there. Now I'm going to just hot glue this down because it's oh gosh, now look, because it's a bit more bulky than the lace. So I just want to again ensure that it's glued down and not have to be worrying too much. So there we go. Yeah, it just picks up kind of the shape of his feathers there, doesn't it? So, and then I'm just going to put some green lace down here. And just cut that down, just because otherwise all the lace feels like it's at the back of the book, which again, you know, I just don't like that when you suddenly then have it all going on in one place, you know, and sometimes that does happen, don't get me wrong, but if I think of it, I do try and space things out, you know, and like I say, I mean, that's not always possible, you know, sometimes kind of you just don't think of it, but yeah, if I can remember, then I try and space things out a bit. I mean, I wonder. Love this page. It's probably my favourite page in the book, these birds here. How's it going, sweetie? Oh, you've done it now. She just came in just as I stopped the video to ink the pages and said, would I be able to do it soon? And I said, yeah, after the video. Have you done it yourself then now? Oh, wow. That looks really good, doesn't it? It's gone really well.
It's a bit big.
It is a bit big, but it probably would have gone better if you'd have washed it. Because obviously you just did that against straight hair, didn't you? Dry hair. But not bad, I think, for your first attempt. Oh, did it? Yeah. Well, I think that's not a bad attempt, and I think you'll get better each time you do it. You know. I mean, I'd like to have another one of these here. Not necessarily there, but, you know, somewhere in the book, because I think it sort of brings it together then. Might have it there. So, again, just going to put that there. And then I've now spotted that actually I've got that lace running that way, and now I've got the ruffle running that way, and I don't think I've got anything running this way towards the front of the book. So exactly what I was just talking about with having all your samey things together. So I'm just going to go back through and just try and put one or two bits of lace kind of like, you know, running down at the bottom of a page, just because otherwise that's all going on at the back of the book. So oh no, that down. There we go. No. Oh, I've got things on most of these pages now, so now I'm struggling to find a page with nothing. Well, there we go. So let's just take this. I did bring along that white lace. I haven't used it. And perhaps I'll put it this side actually. So yeah, put it on that side. Just sort of balancing it out really, like that. Again, just mop the glue. Right. Don't know whether I want to have any of these flowers on here. I mean, I do really love them, but oh, I mean, that's quite pretty, isn't it? Maybe there. Maybe there. So yeah, I mean, I'm tempted to staple it. I do really like the stapled look. I mean, got to just be a bit mindful of that bird's face. So perhaps from that point of view, I'm better off just gluing it on here. There we go. Okay, so I'll just leave it like that. So we've got quite a few pretty different things going on the pages now. They all look, you know, pretty cute, don't they? So we're just going to do something on the cover now. Now I haven't again decided. I did bring along some sari silk, which I know is kind of like quite different to the other colours that we've used in here, but I did think it looked quite nice and did go. Oops, let me just detach that there. Obviously not with the purple bits showing, but hopefully try and ruffle it in a way that will kind of cover up the purple. I mean, I was thinking kind of like maybe ruffle it down the edge here, and then maybe just have some blue as a little what do you call it, closure. Let's just have a look at that. Did also bring along a little wax seal. I mean, I thought we'd leave the image on the book as like the star of the show, really, because it's, you know, it's a pretty cover, isn't it? So I didn't necessarily want to cover it up. So I'm thinking, I mean, that's a little bit weird, perhaps a bit too much stuff going on in the corner there. Or maybe this whole wax seal is a little bit too big, or perhaps it looks better like that. You okay, sweetie?
Yeah.
Or maybe just like that, to be honest, looks quite pretty, doesn't it? Sorry, sweetie.
I can't see it.
No, that's why I said I might have to do the top bits with the actual straighteners. We'll see. I quite like it just with the wax seal down there, funnily enough. So I'm just going to pop that on down the bottom. Like that. Okay. And then, yeah, do we like this sari silk going down there? It's a bit of a departure from everything else we've used, isn't it? I've got pink, which probably not ideal. Let me just see what other, got a darker blue. That might be better, because maybe the other blue's a bit too bright. I have got this blue green. Let's just see. Let's check out the blue green. Don't really like this blue green very much, to be honest, if I'm truthful. I wonder if that would look quite nice as a closure, actually. Because it just depends how you use it, doesn't it? You know, when you're not so keen on something, you can use it in a different way, and then, you know, can actually then really like it. So yeah, I think maybe if that's a closure, it's sort of a bit better as a closure. Right, it's a bit tied up, I'm afraid, and amongst all my other bits. There we go. There we go. Right, so yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it? And it's just adding a bit of sort of pizzazz to it. So yeah, let's just see. Yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it? So I'm thinking like that. Now, do we want anything else on that cover? Unless we just have the kind of label here or something. I mean, that's quite nice. I feel like I could do with something else, this sort of shade really, but can't see anything here. Don't want to really cover up those birds because, like I say, I feel like they're sort of the star of the show. Unless I just have this, like, so I've just covered up one bird, and then let's just see if we have this ruffle down there, or like that, or like that, or maybe here. That's not too bad, actually. The only thing is, I feel it's a bit weird because we've got the text coming out behind it. What does everyone else think? Let's just see if we can like layer it up and do something else. It's a bit strange there. Unless I paint over that top bit. I mean, we could definitely paint it, to be honest. So we just get rid of like where it's got the title of the book. And then I think that would work okay. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Wow, this feels very brave, to be honest. Right, let's go for that. Now I've still got my paintbrush here. So let's just get it out. Oh, lucky I hadn't washed it yet. Oh gosh, I feel nervous doing this. Oh my goodness, look at how thick that is. Oh, hope this isn't a mistake. Oh well, too late now. We've gone for it. Might just put a bit of paint down here just so we've got the, you know, continuity from the top to the bottom. So yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness, this feels very, very nerve-wracking. Right. Oh, don't you hate it when you kind of do something and then you feel like you've maybe made a mistake? And that does happen sometimes, doesn't it? Let's be truthful. Right, I'm going to dry that off and then I'll come back. So hold on. Okay, so I've dried that off. I'm just going to ink it because obviously we did ink the pages in the end. So just again, sort of for the continuity between the inside and the outside of the book. So there we go. And then just see how this looks. This might just look rubbish now, but who knows? Have to go quite high to obviously avoid that bird's face. I mean, I quite like that, to be honest. Or what did I do with that label? Oh, or could have this label here. Oh, do you know, now I'm wishing I hadn't put this wax seal down there because we could have maybe had it up there. Oh, it's so annoying when, you know, you kind of glue something down because you think, oh, yeah, I'm definitely going for that. And then you change your mind once you've glued it down. Oh dear, I'm not sure. Not sure. What if we have a bit of lace coming out behind that? Don't know about the white, but let's just give it a try. On that side. Maybe like that. And then let's just see. Don't think I'm going to have the ruffle. I mean, I keep putting it there because I do, you know, I do like ruffles normally, but just I'm not sure that it's quite right for there. Feels like it's too much for the running down the side of this book. I so wish I hadn't done this. I'm going to peel this off. Oh gosh, now look. That's okay because I can just now paint over that and then just distress ink there. So, oh gosh. Again, this is a bit of a how not to. Okay. Right. Okay. Now I'm wondering whether... no, it has to go up there really, doesn't it? Not there. Maybe just have some sorry silk going around there. What do we reckon? Oh, I'm going to have to quickly dry that off. Now, it's going to dry quite quickly actually. I might not even need to dry it, to be honest. So yeah, let's just... I did ink this, but I'm just going to ink it a bit more. Right. Let's pop the lace down here. Wonder if I have one of these little flowers anywhere. Oh gosh, I can't decide what to do now. I'm now thinking maybe this piece isn't right. Although it's got the birds, it's different colour, isn't it? Very different colour to the rest of the cover. Oh, thinking this. Which unfortunately I'm going to have to cover that bird up. which is a shame because that's kind of a pretty bird, isn't it? But never mind. So I'm going to put some more paint on here, covering his face up so it's not got half a face poking out behind the frame. Right, let's check. Okay, that's pretty dry. Yeah, I can just ink over that just so it's matching. I'll have to ink over this in a minute. Right. So we're going to have the label up there. Do we want a bit of lace coming out? Yeah, that's quite pretty, isn't it? So I'm just going to quickly ink the label. I mean, this paints, it's drying literally instantly pretty much on this cover. The cover's very sort of dry, I guess. So yeah, it's just absorbing the paint straight away, and yeah, then it's kind of like, wow, it's dry already. Right, I'm going to put that on like that. So still can't tell which is the right way and the wrong way of the lace. Oh, right, like that. Oops. Okay, right. Okay, fingers crossed. So okie dokie, pop that down like that. Okay, yep, I do really like that. Now just see if we want this little label anywhere, maybe down here or something. Yeah, and I think just a little bit of sari silk running across here, so might put that label down in a minute. So I'm going to put this down first just to make sure it's not going to go straight over the label. So I'll just pop a little bit across here. Yeah, I've so enjoyed doing this. Do you know, I really would like to do some more of these. So let me know what you think. Have you ever seen kind of these types of things done before? I mean, you know, I'm not saying it's anything new or different. I'm just saying I haven't personally done anything like this before. It's a bit of a different sort of take on an altered book. But yeah, what do you think to it? Do you like it? Do you yeah, do you think it looks pretty and, you know, works really nicely? I think it does. Right, now I'm going to have a little flower there, I think, or maybe up here. And we'll just have a little bit of bling, because we've got no bling anywhere in this whole journal so far. So yeah, put that there. Do we want anything else? I mean, I think it looks quite nice like that, to be honest, without anything else. What does everyone else think? Again, if only I could hear you guys and you could tell me what you think, whether you think it needs anything else or whether you actually think it looks pretty nice already. Do need a centre for that flower. Still haven't found my tiny centres, so I'm still going to have to use one of those big ones, which is a bit of a shame, but never mind. Right, let's just pop that down. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness, love how that looks. That's so cute. And then obviously you've got tons of pages for journaling. You know, they're all pretty, you know, pretty plain really, but lovely, yeah, lovely amounts of journaling space with obviously gorgeous images on the other sides. Obviously got a few little tuck spots here, so could definitely tuck in a few cute things. So I just see what I've got here laying around. Okay, so we could have a little, oops, oh my goodness, little flippy pad in here maybe. That's quite cute. Actually, that might be a little bit big for there. That might be better somewhere else. I wonder if that would be better here. Yeah, maybe have that there. Maybe this one in there. Oh, that's better. Okay, and then, oh, we've got another one here. So, yeah. Oh, that's a bit red from there. There we go. Just pop that in there, and then got that one already. Okey-dokey. We do have a run of pages with nothing on them, which that was not really good planning on my part. So just pop just a label on just one, so that I've got something on one of them at least. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, perhaps we'll just have it here, or just even just on the facing page, just because otherwise exactly what I talked about, avoiding having like a cluster of samey things, you know, that's exactly happened. So much for what I was saying. There we go, like that. Okie dokie. Got a little piece in there already. Got that. I mean, we could tuck something into there, although it's quite small. There, we've got a tuck spot here, and then we've got the tuck spot here. So in this one, I can just pop in just a little folded bit of coffee dyed paper, and I think that's probably all we need to do. Just wondering whether we might just pop that little ruffle down there. Let's just see. Yeah, I'll just pop that down. Okay, like that. There we go. Just kind of for a little bit of extra detail on that back section. Oh, that's a bit big on there. Just see if I've got any sort of green shaded butterflies here in amongst this stuff. No, I haven't. That's annoying. Right, yeah, well, we'll just leave it like that. I'm just wondering whether I want to do anything else on this cover. Just suddenly thought perhaps a little yo-yo or something. Yo-yo flower. Might be quite nice on there. That one, or we've got like one with a button, because this has got a more earthy feel, this journal, hasn't it? It's a little bit more kind of earthy feel to it. I mean, kind of cute. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think the one with the gem, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that looks a bit, you know, a bit out of place on there. Let me see whether I've got any more. The little ruffle. You could do something like that, I guess. I don't know. It's maybe quite nice just plain, to be honest. Although I am quite liking this yo-yo here though. So yeah, I think I'm going to just put that in just in the corner. Like that. Okay. So yeah, that looks pretty nice. So, I mean, we've done that whole journal in, I mean, I'm not sure how long I've been filming for, but let's call it around about an hour. So not too bad. So just going to close that up with the sari silk like that. And yeah, you've then got a super gorgeous journal. It's from a vintage book. It's, you know, very interactive and lovely and yummy to look through. And yeah, really, really cute. So lots of journaling space in there too. So yeah, very lovely. Let me know what you think. Obviously, I will list this on my shabbydabbydoodah.co.uk website. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you have made anything like this before, kind of not your traditional altered book, but just a slight different take on it. And yeah, share on the Facebook group if you make anything like this to follow this series. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks so much then. Bye.